My hot tub will only run for 10 minutes, then it trips the breaker. I have tried letting it run without the heater on and it still trips the breaker.
Hello, how can I help you today? So you disconnected both leads to the heater and it still tripped like that? Also, what brand of spa is this and who manufactures the control box? It should have a label on it saying Balboa, or Gecko, etc.
All it says on it is a country leisure spa. It does say that it's the manufacturer also.
Okay, and does it have a small circulation pump that circulates through the heater, or a larger 2-speed pump that heats on low speed and runs jets on high speed? Just curious on what you unplugged when you said you disconnected the pump.
It has a circulation pump, but I tried unplugging that also and it tripped the breaker.
Also, a picture of the control box with the cover off of it might help me to guide you a little as well. You can attach the pic with the paperclip icon above your chat window.
Okay, let me go take it.
Okay, so when you unplugged the circ pump, was anything at all running when it tripped the breaker?
No, just the heater at that time. Full size image, full size image.
No wonder there's no name. Looks like maybe a homemade system or made by a small tech company. I was thinking you had a newer style with a circuit board, but no problem. Okay, it looks from the picture like you might have an ozonator on the system?
Yeah, there is one, but I don't believe it is working or hooked up, I am not sure.
See if you can follow the wire from it to the box and see if it's actually wired into the control box. Most of the time when a breaker is tripping, it's either the heater, which you unhooked already, or the ozonator has gotten water in it and is shorting out. So if it is still hooked up in the box, that would be the next thing we'd want to unhook to see if it solves the problem. It's hard to see, but from the picture, it looks like it might be mounted just to the right of the box on that post, but I can't be positive without seeing a little further over.
Okay, I followed the wire and it was plugged into the back, and when I unplugged it and flipped the breaker on, it flipped right back off, but even when I plugged it back and I tried the breaker again and it flipped right off again. This is the first time I have messed with in a couple of days.
Okay, an instant trip like that is the heating element most of the time. Can you try disconnecting all wires that are going to the heater, just so we can rule it out?
I think I found the problem. I took the cover off the breaker book just to look at things, and there was water on the breaker for the hot tub. So I replaced the breaker with an extra one I had, and the hot tub has been running fine and is heating up. I did want to ask you another question though. The old breaker was an GFCI breaker. Do you think that breaker would be gone now that it has been wet like that? If so, I'd be okay to just leave the breaker I have on there now. It is not a GFCI, but it is the same size 60 amp breaker. Box. It has been raining here pretty hard the last couple days.
It's fine to leave it on there just to run for a day or two, but I definitely wouldn't use the spa without a GFCI breaker installed. It's the only thing that protects you if the heater does short and feed electricity into the spa water. A regular breaker will just keep running and won't trip like it's supposed to. If you can get the GFCI breaker dried off well, it should still work fine when you put it back in, but they do trip if there is any water sensed. They are very sensitive to any moisture. I've actually had mine trip before just during a heavy fog. The more pressing problem is, how did the box get water in it? If it's in an outdoor box as it should be, there shouldn't be any way for water to get inside the box with the breaker.
Well, I think I know where the water was coming from and I caulk around it. I just hope the old breaker will still work because I just bought that one and it cost me $110. Thank you for your help.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.